Last year, I completed the Camino de Santiago. Over 30 days, I walked 400 miles and biked 100 miles, from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France to Santiago de Compostela in Spain. It's hard to capture a journey that completely changed my life in words, but hopefully this is the start to a story I'll be telling for the rest of my life. They say with the Camino Frances that there are 3 major phases to the journey. The first phase, the first 10 days, is a physical challenge because your body is adjusting to hiking up to 20 miles a day, coupled with the fact that the first day on its face is the most physically challenging, not just being fresh off of a bus or a train, but also because you begin with crossing the Pyrenees Mountains. And I can confirm, everything hurt. My calves from the endless elevation gain, my feet from the blisters that formed, my back from carrying all my belongings, and of course my pride from seeing retired grandpas trot up the mountain while I went at a snail's pace. But my body adjusted, and I made it to the next 10 days. And in this second stage, they say it's a mental challenge. As you're crossing the Meseta, which is Spain's plateau, it's relatively flat, unvaried, and brutally hot since I decided it would be a good idea to hike at the hottest time of the year. And at this point I was asking myself, why am I doing this? What was I thinking? Why am I here? And it was interesting to see how both the answers to those questions and the questions themselves that I was asking evolved over my Camino. Now, they say that experiencing these physical and mental challenges unlocks the ability to have a spiritual experience in the last phase of the journey. And I found this to be true. I found happiness in running up hills, marveling at the top of mountains, swimming under the Spanish sun, singing at the top of my lungs, and painting smiles into the faces of sunflowers. I found peace in my thoughts, in my fears and worries about all the things I had left behind, but also still carried with me. I found meaning in the deep and genuine conversations that I had with other pilgrims, and in the kindness of strangers. And I found my soul in the warm and pure energy I felt sitting beside a river, or gazing up at the stars, or swinging in a hammock to the sound of music. And the beautiful thing is that contrary to my expectations, I was not alone. For starters, there were the animals. I think I have a pet horse. And some baby. Oh, you're such a cute little kitty. I know there's nowhere to go from there. There's nowhere to go. And then there were the people. There was Doc, who taught me that you can, in fact, eat all the blackberries along the trail and turned me into a total blackberry fiend, but also taught me that when you can set aside the political cant and talk to each other with compassion and genuine interest, that we're just human beings with stories to share and values that are similar and a great ability to connect. And there was Heather, one of my first friends from the Camino, who I enjoyed many a good goss with, and who reminded me of the beauty and inspiration of sharing your journey and your story with someone who is like-minded, just gets it. And of course Bruno, who taught me not to be so quick to judge a nectarine and not to be so quick to judge people, because people are special, and we all carry that little spark, and even when life can throw some really hard and challenging things your way, there's a light, and there's hope, and there's kindness to yourself and to strangers, and that can make a difference. And then there was Mike, who taught me how to make 10-minute microwave pasta and let me beat him at chess, as well as showed me how to open my heart and connect with my soul. And all of these people became my Camino family, the family of strangers who offered me, a dorky hiker girl, acceptance and community and laughter and music and inspiration and memories that I will never forget.
Wunderschön, ja. Wunderschön. Should
we do a picture of all of us?
The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
On the last day, I walked into Santiago by myself. But I wasn't alone. I was soulful and connected to whatever higher power is up there, around us, inside of us. And it was beautiful to have a moment for reverence. And of course, a moment for fiestas. And that, my friends, was my Camino. Buen Camino.